Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me Sis podcast, featuring your two favorite sisters,
Alex
and Kyla.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful week. It is snowing.
Yes, it's snowing, and now I'm the one who's congested.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't hear properly out of my ears. They're blocked.
Oh, no.
My nose feels like not super blocked, but like at least I can hear.
I can hear a
myself.
little bit.
I sound like congested.
I definitely can hear a little bit of it.
I'm like,
but it's not that bad.
I got the flu shot, but supposedly they messed up the flu shot this year. They go based off Australia.
Oh, that's interesting.
And what flus appeared in Australia. And then
because they're the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Because they're in winter.
And then they base, I mean, maybe that's not like the full explanation, but that's what I heard.
Cool.
And there was like some strains of virus that like they didn't include or something in this year's flu shot. It'll still work. It's just not gonna protect you from like everything.
It's also like there's so many different strains of flu that even if you were to get the flu shot, it doesn't mean you're not gonna...
it's never a guarantee. Yeah. But like I find like in the recent years, fall and winter, sometimes it's allergies, but for the most part, like I get sick a lot more frequently. They don't last long, but like
it's more often.
I feel like I'm constantly like fighting something.
Maybe it's because you're catching what my kids have, because I find that too, but it's ever since my son started like socializing, because he's always sick. So I'm like always catching. But like
there's times where I would get like sick, I'd be fighting something and like
so
I wasn't really around your kids.
Maybe since we did like during COVID and the pandemic, we went so long without seeing people that when we like reintegrated back into society, now we get sick more often because I don't know.
I don't know.
Pulling shit out of my ass.
Could be it could be anything. Like there's no point, I guess, trying to figure it out. Maybe it's just my immune system is like not as strong.
Maybe.
Who knows? But
it's annoying.
It's really annoying. It's never like knock wood.
Yeah.
I never get super sick, but it's just frequent. Like I feel like, I get over one cold that doesn't really last too long, and then a few days later there's something else.
I don't mind getting colds. To me, they're just more annoying. I would much rather get colds often than get like a really bad flu that like knocks you on your ass.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like to me, a sore throat for a day sucks, but it's like whatever. And then like congestion sucks, but you get over it. But as long as you're still like able to go about your day and do your simple tasks, it's not the biggest deal for me. It's like fever, nausea, like going to the bathroom, that whole thing. I hate that. Mm-hmm. So like I would much rather just get constant colds.
Yeah.
Than like the big flus or whatever.
For me, it's the nausea. I can't stand that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes nausea.
It's the worst feeling. You feel so helpless.
Well, speaking of nausea, so I was just on a cruise, which I guess that I'll go into my life update.
Yeah.
And it was honestly amazing. I never in my life thought I would be a cruise person. Like, I don't know if you felt the same way on our cruise that we went on together, but for some reason, my main memory of that cruise was like that night that was so awful with the rocking, and like you couldn't escape that feeling. And I was like, I will never go on a cruise again because of that. Like feeling like we just had really bad weather one night, and they like basically shut down all the shows and canceled dinner, and they put up barf bags on like all like the walls everywhere. And I remember you and me and Mom went up on the deck for the night and like slept on the lawn chairs because we were just we needed like the wind or whatever. We were so nauseous.
You know what's crazy? So I remember that, but like I don't remember being like having anxiety or anything.
I didn't have anxiety. I was just nauseous and I couldn't escape the nausea.
I don't remember feeling nauseous either.
It was also prior to us Mom never had gravel. Like she didn't have that stuff with her. So there was nothing. We had these bracelets or whatever we bought to help.
Which didn't do anything.
No,
I remember that.
Anything. So this time around, we got this opportunity to go on a Disney cruise. And to me, like as a child, little Alex, anything Disney I was obsessed with. I would beg Mom and Dad every single year to go to Disney World or Disney Cruise because I would see all those commercials.
Yeah.
And, I've had talks with Daddy about it. He always felt so guilty because he can never afford it to be able to do that. And, we went to Florida a few times when we were kids, but we would drive down and we would stay in like a budgeted condo, and it was very much like budget friendly. vacations that we went on as kids, and they were very frequent. So a Disney trip was something that my parents just could not afford. And dad feels, like so much guilt around that. Like he couldn't do that for us. And I was like, it does not matter because I had like such a great childhood. Like not going to Disney is not a make or to break it for me. And getting to go now with like my kid, I'm almost like my inner little Alex is like super excited.
Yeah.
So this Disney cruise, I got the email and I was like, Dan, like we need to do this. Are you kidding me? And he was like, yeah, but Alex, you said you would never go on a cruise again. And Dan always said like cruises just didn't interest him. Like he didn't really care, you know? And I was like, no, I need to do this. Like, this is something that I've always wanted to do. It's not like a week-long cruise. It was 3 nights, and it was to the Bahamas.
I thought you were going to for sure be gone for like a week or something.
No. Well, we were technically gone from a Sunday to a Thursday because we flew out to Florida like the day prior to the cruise. But yeah, it was very like quick, and it was honestly amazing. But I was prepared this time. Like, I called my doctor, and I was like, you were prescribing me Zofran. And he was like, well, you can buy these glasses off Amazon that help with motion sickness and like the pressure point bracelets. I'm like, nope, you're prescribing me Zofran. He's like, well, Gravol works. I'm like, nope, I want the Zofran. Just give me enough so I could take one every single day.
Is Zofran what pregnant women take?
I mean, you can take it in pregnancy, but typically it's made for patients who undergo chemotherapy who deal with extreme nausea.
Okay.
So if you look at the actual breakdown of the ingredients, I did a lot of research on this because I was very like traumatized from my first cruise with that one night. Like the cruise itself was so fun and like we had a great time when I don't know, I was a teenager when we went on. So I don't like have the greatest memories, but like out of my memories I have, there was a lot of positives, but that one con made it like so that I never wanted to go on a cruise again. Mm-hmm. So I did so much research because I'm like, I don't want to feel like if I'm very sensitive with motion sickness stuff, so I don't want to be like throwing up the entire time I'm on this cruise, especially since it's for work and I need to like create content and stuff. So I looked into a bunch of stuff that help with nausea. So typically Gravol, which if you're from the States, it's like Dramamine, that's actually better for motion sickness, but it makes you very drowsy. But
there's a ginger pill that you could take during the day.
Yes, but that doesn't do anything for me, I find.
Oh, okay.
And the drowsiness is really what helps with the nausea because it just puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
But you need to like take it before you start to feel the motion sickness, or else like once you feel it, you can't like get rid of it kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Zofran is not really drowsy the same way that Gravol is. I think there's a little bit of it, and there are more side effects. Like you could have headache, constipation, whatever, but it's definitely meant for nausea. Like it is a very much
like you could take it when you're already feeling nauseous and it helps.
Yeah, like it's better if you take it before you're like, if you know you're going to be in a situation where you're going to feel nauseous, it's better to take it prior. It's always going to work better that way, but it does help if you are starting to feel like the early signs of nausea. It's like way stronger than Gravol because it's meant for people that are undergoing chemotherapy, and in chemo there's this one aspect of it that does something to the brain that reacts, like your brain reacts in like a nausea way. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's meant for that.
Okay.
And so I told my doctor, just please like prescribe me, even it could be a low dose, I don't care, just something, because even sometimes just like a placebo effect, knowing I have something to help me will sometimes just make me feel better. It's like just knowing I have my Ativan for anxiety on me just helps calm my anxiety.
Yeah, because you're like, I know that there's something that I have that could take this feeling away.
Yes, exactly. So like I don't just take
you
things
don't feel
just
stuck.
To take them. Exactly. And that's what I didn't like about the cruise the first time, was feeling trapped and like out of control. And that's why I never really liked flying, because if there was turbulence or something that made me feel scared and I couldn't like get off the plane and I had no control, I didn't know what was going on. Like in a car, if I'm feeling scared or whatever, I could just pull over and like take a break.
Yeah.
Whereas in a plane or a boat, like that's like you're out in the open sea or you're in the air. So that I think that was a lot of my anxiety, was feeling like out of control and trapped in a situation where I'm feeling anxious or nauseous.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I don't like throwing up, but I actually don't care. Like it's not how it used to be at all. Like I don't know what happened. I think getting the stomach flu like a year ago, whenever it was 2 years ago, didn't cure me, but it just made me realize how it's just really not that big of a deal.
Like you had amplified it in your mind.
Yeah, because it had been so long since I was sick.
Yeah. Also, when you're a kid, you don't understand what's going on. Like you're still super dependent on other people. So then when you get something like that, it's like you don't know how to like, it feels so much bigger and worse.
Yeah, and I really played it up. Like honestly, the worst part of having the stomach flu for me was like the lead up to actually throwing up. Yeah. Like that sucked. But then like once you, first of all, when you throw up, it's like, it's not that long. And then you feel so much better after. And yeah, like it sucks. Like having the stomach flu literally sucks ass. And I don't wish it on anyone. It's the worst. But it's not like, I don't feel like I don't know. It just was not like as scary.
Because you know that it's going to end at some point.
Yeah. Whereas like when I was nauseous throughout my first trimester with Rue, I only threw up twice throughout that whole first trimester, but I was so nauseous all the time. And like that I could never escape. But also because I was mentally so happy to be pregnant, I didn't care. I was like, oh, I'm nauseous because I'm pregnant. I like that. It's like a sign that my pregnancy is healthy. Like, I don't know. It was like twisted in my mind.
Yeah.
So anyway, I brought the Zofran with me. I brought everything with me. I was not nervous at all. For some reason, my anxiety of flying has just vanished. I don't get it. I don't know what I did or what happened in my brain, but I have literally zero anxiety with flying at all. So weird. Not complaining. Love that. But
yeah, I feel like you don't really get anxious anymore.
No. I mean, I'll have anxiety if it's like there's something going on with my kids or I'm like stressed about that. But in terms of,
I feel like when you feel like you're not in control though, you get I wouldn't even say anxious. You want to like prevent anxiety from coming on. So
yeah, but I also don't care anymore. Like there's so many things that I used to care so much about that I just don't anymore. And like if I get anxiety, I get anxiety. I don't know. It's not like I haven't had a panic attack. I don't even know the last time I had a panic attack.
Okay, same.
Like I can't even think of the last time.
Actually, I was like beginning to get a panic attack in New York last month.
You had to shit in front of your boyfriend.
No, that didn't give me anxiety. It's because I had gone to a concert, but like before this, I don't remember the last time I had a panic attack. And this wasn't even a bad one. It was like I felt it coming on, but like I'm a pro now at managing my panic attacks because I went through years of having like extreme anxiety and panic attacks all the time. But I was in New York and we had gone to this show that was like EDM music. Okay. And before the show, we got a CBD joint and there was a little bit of THC. And he was completely fine, didn't even affect him. I was so high, and surprisingly enough, I was fine at the show. I was like very high and like in my own world, but I was like smiling. I didn't feel like a good time. Yeah, I didn't feel panicky. And then we went to a piano bar.
Oh, nice.
Afterwards, which is like where you would think that I would feel more calm.
Yeah.
But I guess like the high was wearing off, and I started like tripping out.
Oh shit.
He said he didn't notice anything. I was with him and his friend. And I like had gone to the bathroom at one point and I was like just breathing, like focusing on my breathing. And I was like, I'm fine. It's just like a panic attack. It's in your head kind of thing. And like I was in there for like what felt kind of long. I don't even know how long it actually was. So I had texted him and I was just like, by the way, I'm like low key tripping out. I'm just in the bathroom calming myself down right now. And he's like, what? Is everything okay? Like, come back. You'll feel better. And I was able to like go sit back down and like just be a lot more calm. But I was like, there was something about that piano bar that just tripped me the fuck out. I don't know what it was.
It could be a combination of just the wearing off of the drug and
it was like it was like kind of in a basement. It was small.
Did you feel a little like dark, claustrophobic maybe?
Yeah, and I was like sitting on like the booth side and I was like kind of trapped in there.
Oh yeah.
And it was like dark feeling. With some candles and I was just like, oh, like I just feel like stuck right now.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
And I was like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't fucking breathe, Alex.
You're in a cave.
Yeah, literally. And in a different fucking country. And cave. I'm like with my new boyfriend, who I'm still getting to know, and his friend who I'm meeting for like
the first time.
It was technically the second time, but like I was just like, where the fuck am I right now? Who am I? Where am I? What's happening? But I was fine. In the end because once you deal with panic attacks for so long, you just get over it. Like, not, you don't just get over it. You're able to manage it so much better. And like, you know, it's a panic attack.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely times in my life where I feel like I've had really bad anxiety for like a legit reason. Yeah. Like, it's like, okay, this is actually scary and sad and stressful. And like, it makes sense as to why you'd like have anxiety over it or have like a close to panic attack, whatever. Like when my son like broke his leg and I was like really stressed over it, like when he was a toddler and stuff. Like, I think that was probably the last time I had any kind of like panic where I had to like just take an Ativan. But since then, like, I don't even remember the last time. Whereas like I used to deal, and I think you were the same, it would be like anxiety and panic out of nowhere for no reason. Like, it would be a deep rooted reason, but it's not like there was anything in my life that was happening that would cause it. It would be like a stupid trigger. Like, I would feel nauseous while driving and then that would spiral me. Like, this was like prior to kids.
It's like something's going on in like our nervous systems during that time, that like our body was basically like screaming at us, but our minds were like protecting us.
Yeah, it's very interesting, actually, like really fascinating to know how that all works. But I think for myself, just knowing that I guess it is kind of a control thing, like you're saying. With this trip, I was like, okay, I have like the medication for the kids if ever like they develop a fever or feel sick, and then I have like my stuff for my nausea, and then I have like my vitamins, like just making sure I had everything and like organized so that like did calm any kind of anxiety I had. So yeah, I guess you could say that there was some anxiety with making sure I had all of that stuff, because I was doing something that I had told myself I would never do again because it was in my head like so awful. But all that to say, the first night of the ship there was a storm, and so the waves were very big, and I got woken up at 2 a.m. from the rocking of the ship, like the first night. Because once we started, like, you got on the ship, we had the christening ceremony, and it was like really fun, and we set sail, and like I was like, oh, you can definitely feel the boat moving, but it's really not that bad. I remember that from the first cruise. I'm like, most of the time you feel the rocking, but it's really not anything to make me feel sick or unstable or anything. But then overnight it was very much like as I was walking down the hallway, I was walking like this, and if you just stand still, you're going like this. And this is a brand new ship with brand new stabilizers, and we're only in the Bahamas, so it's not even like you're going through crazy seas. But there was a storm, so much to the point where they had to actually switch our schedule. The next day we were supposed to dock at Castaway Cay in the Bahamas and spend the day there, but because the weather was bad, they decided we're going to have the day at sea. And then the day after that would be the Bahamas, because it was supposed to be a nicer day. Okay. And obviously they want you to have a good day on the beach. Like, they want it to be sunshine and all that stuff. So I understood why they made that change. But yeah, it was like not a great experience on overnight. Like, I literally was like, okay, I definitely feel gross. I feel nauseous. But like, let me just go through my phone and edit some stuff so I can kind of get my mind off of it. But laying in bed, and we were on the 9th floor, so pretty high up and near, I think, the front or the back. I don't remember which side. We weren't in the middle and we weren't low down. And they say on a ship, the more in the middle and the lower down you are, the less you feel the rocking, obviously, because you're like closer to the water in the middle and more stabilized. So then I was like, okay, I'm feeling real nauseous just laying here, so I'm going to go for a walk. Walking on deck made it worse because it was freezing cold and super windy.
Oh, no.
Because it was a storm.
But you had Zofran on you.
I did, but I was like, I'm not going to take it yet. Because, like, I'll just see, because maybe walking will help. Mm-hmm. So then I went to, like, the Grand Hall, which was on the 3rd floor and in the center of the ship. So I felt like, okay, out of all places, this is a pretty good spot to be. And you could definitely still feel the rocking, but there were so many people that were awake. And because this was a media cruise, it wasn't open to the public. It was all people there for PR. So you had traditional media people there, you had social media people there, you had people working like actors and people working lighting. And so there was all these people awake at like 3 or 4 in the morning that were working on the ship to like people were in the Grand Hall on their computers, like making sure the lights in the Grand Hall matched up with like the Black Panther music. And they were, because during the day they had these like shows, and so overnight is when they were working to make sure everything lined up and like worked. So there was a bunch of people awake and just around, and seeing them just like act normal I was like, okay, that kind of helped me feel a bit better because
it grounds you.
Yeah, it's like being on a plane, and when there's turbulence, you like look to the flight attendant, and if they're literally just like acting normal, you're like, okay, it's not scary. So seeing all these people working as if there was nothing going on, and I'm like the only person there that's like not working.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is nice. So I kind of just sat down, and I actually explored the whole entire ship and got so much content of all the places with no people in it because no one was awake other than some workers.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then I had basically been awake from 2 a.m. to 6:30 when my kids woke up.
Oh my God.
So I didn't sleep very well the first night. And like that first day at sea definitely was like rocky.
Yeah.
Like I could tell people were like unstable when they were walking and stuff. And some of the workers even were like, so how are you guys liking the rocking? And we were like, I mean, for some reason, Dan was not bothered by it. My kids were not bothered by it at all. They actually liked it. They said it would rock them to sleep. Yeah. And like a lot of the workers were like, oh, we're all used to it. You know, it's like not a big deal. But I was like, okay, wait, so is this normal? This rocking? Because like, I don't remember this from the first cruise. And I'm definitely standing here like swaying back and forth. And even as we're sitting to eat or like we're playing games, like as the day progressed, I was still rocking. And I was like, I guess I got used to it. I did end up taking a Zofran though, because I was like, I don't want to feel this way all day.
Yeah.
And it helped. Within like 40 minutes, I was not nauseous. I just definitely felt the swaying.
Yeah.
And then after that was like smooth. Literally as the day progressed, the winds got better and better and the waves went down. They went from like, I forget how many feet, like 13 feet to then like 9, 7, like it was going down. Mm-hmm. And then by the evening, it was like there was barely any wind, barely any rocking. That night was super calm. And then the next day we docked in the Bahamas, spent the day on the beach. And when we left overnight, we went back to Florida and there was literally no rocking at all.
Okay, that's good.
So it was like, okay, I think it was just the storm that made it feel like that. But it wasn't to the point where I was like scared or anything. I just felt like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like I'm also very sensitive to motion sickness. Very sensitive.
Yeah. See, but I also wouldn't like that too. Like being on a cruise ship where like you feel kind of stuck and there's like this constant rocking.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, you're on a boat. Like Dan kept saying, he's like, I definitely feel the rocking. Like he said that he was laying in bed because I woke him up when I left just to let him know that I was going to go for a walk. And he texted me like 30 minutes later. He's like, oh yeah, like I definitely feel this. Like he said it, he was laying in bed and it was going like this.
Oh God.
But he's like, I actually kind of like it. Like he was like, it's nice. It was kind of peaceful for him and it rocked him back to sleep like a baby.
You sit on a rocking chair like as a baby, your mom kind of like.
Yeah, like it was nice for him. He really didn't mind it at all. But for me, it was just making me feel like uneasy.
Yeah.
Especially because of where our room was. But once I got fresh air and then went down to like the 3rd floor in the middle and just like sat there for a little bit, I felt better. And then as the day went on, it just got better and better.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's like really, and that's not even a con because that's just me. I'm just sensitive because no one else was really bothered by it. But the cruise itself was unreal. And I think it really changed my mind when it came to what I think about cruises now. Like I mean, maybe because it's Disney and Disney just goes above and beyond and like everything was so magical and perfect.
And it's like you're seeing your kids on cloud 9.
Oh my gosh, it was so good for kids. Like if you're going to go on a cruise with kids, Disney. Like duh, but also, oh my God, it was just so cool. And like if your kids are a bit older, I didn't really feel like I wanted to leave Rue at the nursery just because like she's not in daycare here, so she's not used to that. I didn't want to do that. But Arkham like would be so upset when we take him out of the kids club. Aww. Like he did not want to leave the kids club. He was obsessed with it. But I'm like, okay, dude, you can't be in there all day because like I actually want to spend time with you too. Like we're not here for that long. And like, I want to go and like meet characters with you and like do a fun activity with you, you know? Yeah. But like just knowing that how much he liked it, I think if we were ever to do it again and Rue is older, we would definitely have the kids in the kids club for a little bit. And Dan and I would spend like some adult time together because they have like a lot of adult only sections.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really fun. But oh my gosh, it was so incredible. And yeah, I'm converted. I'm like,
converted.
I literally am converted now. I would do a cruise again. I loved it. I think I want to do a Mediterranean cruise.
I was thinking if I ever do a cruise, I would want to do a Mediterranean cruise. But at that point, it's like I'm all the way in the Mediterranean. I don't want to be limited to like how much time I spend
In each location?
Yeah. Like I want to be able to just chill.
Yeah, that's kind of
what
what
I
Dan
mean?
was saying too, because prior to this cruise, he was like, oh, I would never go on a
With
cruise.
cruises, it's like it's limited. Like yeah, okay, it's cool because it's like you're on this like all-inclusive resort that's like
Going to different
going
places.
to different places, but at the same time, like you don't have, you're like so limited with how long you have in each like place. It's almost like a tease.
But what I think is really cool too, because let's say like, I don't know, somewhere in Spain that's like a small town, it's like, okay, you can kind of see everything you want to see in the day, like in a day, you know? Whereas in Europe, once you're in Europe, everything is so easy to get around to that like you can actually fly in earlier before your cruise if there's a location that you really want to explore more. Or like you can end your cruise and then stay in a location longer kind of thing. And that's what my friend did. Like she flew into Italy and she spent a lot of time in Italy because once you're in, or she flew into France and then spent some time in France and then went to Italy because again, it's not far, did some time in Italy, then started her cruise there and went to like different places. But she got a lot of like what she wanted to do in those towns out of the way because in Europe, once you're there, it's so cheap and easy to get around to different places. Whereas like here, like flying within Canada, first of all, everything is so far, so expensive. And even down south, it's like if you're going to the Caribbean, okay, you're just going to be on a beach no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Whereas the Mediterranean, I understand that aspect, but I think the way my friend did it made sense. Because I'm like, okay, let's say she wanted to spend more time in Barcelona, like, or the cruise went to Barcelona. She had never been to Barcelona before. Also, I'm just like pulling shit out of my ass right now. But let's say she went to Barcelona and was like, oh, I wish I had more time here. It's such a tease. But then ended her trip somewhere and was like, actually, I'm going to go back to Barcelona and spend more time there in Spain. I'll just take a train. You know, like made sure that her flights lined up to give her time to do something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's like pretty cheap to get around once you're in Europe. It's like
yeah, no, it
there.
is. It's just Mediterranean cruises are very expensive. So it's
Are
like
they?
if you're going to be spending that much money on a Mediterranean
True.
cruise, then might as well spend it not on a cruise and like stay at like sick hotels or Airbnbs.
I get
like
that.
I'm pretty sure a Mediterranean cruise is like for 2 people.
I haven't looked into it at all.
This is just, I'm going based off what I think I remember my friend telling me because her and her boyfriend were looking into doing a Mediterranean cruise eventually. It was like over 10 grand. Yeah.
Whoa.
It was like really expensive if I remember properly. Because like you're doing Europe, but that's including like the flights.
Oh, that's including the flights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And then it's like the cruise, obviously,
Yeah.
which is kind of like all inclusive. So like you are getting a lot.
And it depends how long the cruise is too, right?
But then like I think also the cruise would have been like a long, like over a week.
Yeah, that makes sense then. That makes sense for that amount of time. And if drinks are included, because I know a lot of cruise
Drinks
ships,
and food.
Well, a lot of cruises, like alcoholic beverages are not included in the
Oh,
all-inclusive
really?
fare. So like with Disney, like the alcohol is like a separate charge.
Okay.
Like everything's basically included except for like specialty coffee drinks. So if you want like lattes or whatever, that's not included, but you can get regular coffee anytime. Any kind of soda drink, but alcoholic beverages was a separate charge.
Okay.
And Wi-Fi was a separate charge.
Okay.
So, but that's literally all I know. I don't know what mom and dad got for our cruise that we went on because again we were teenagers and this was also so long ago. I'm sure it's very different now, but I don't know what was included for ours.
Yeah, I don't remember what was included for ours. I just remember there was like endless food 24/7, drinks 24/7. We weren't drinking alcohol then, but like literally eat and drink whatever you want whenever you want.
No, didn't we drink in Mexico though?
Oh yeah, but like I didn't get drunk.
Yeah, it wasn't like a.
I remember I was wearing my Corona bikini too.
I remember that so well. Did you have a Corona in your Corona bikini?
Did I? No, I remember the drink was like that super long, like funnel looking thing.
Yeah. It was like a pina colada or something or margarita.
Yeah, and it didn't like get me drunk or anything. It was, like I think they put like barely any alcohol
Yeah, of course. And it was like more sugar. Oh my God, it's true. You were so young.
I was so young, and that's when Britney Spears came out with that pink perfume bottle that was like in the shape of a
Kyla.
It was what was it? It was a sphere.
Yeah, with a little diamond. That for
the
some
smell.
Reason, that smell right now, I can actually picture what it smells like, and it reminds me of the cruise.
Me too. That smell to me is like the cruise ship era.
Do you have that perfume still somewhere?
Mom might have it at her place.
That is gonna, but I can actually, like, if I think about it, I could smell it.
Me too. It like ignites something in my brain. I don't even know what.
That is crazy.
I know.
Oh my God.
For me, smells are very like very, very, what's it called? It's any smell really reminds me of a certain point in my life. Like I'm very sensitive to smells.
Well, it's the strongest memory for most people. Like that sense is the strongest when it comes to memory. So if you're trying to remember something, that's why I really like to get sample perfumes for specific trips.
Yeah.
Because I wear that perfume specifically for that trip. So if ever I smell that perfume again, it like reminds me of that time. And that I never buy a full bottle because I'm like, I'm not gonna, unless I love it.
Yeah.
But like I have certain like little sample perfumes. I want to smell some
of your perfumes after because I want to get a new perfume. I
feel like I have so many.
I have a lot of perfumes and like they smell good, but I don't have any perfumes that I'm like, oh wow, I really like this. It's like my holy grail.
You have a signature one though that you wear quite often, especially in the fall and winter. No. It's like I think it's Jo Malone. When you wear it every single time, for some reason I'm like, oh, you smell really good. But it really reminds me of like fall for some reason.
Yeah.
Because I think.
But see, I don't have like a holy grail one that I really love.
Yeah. There's this one I have. I feel like you'll like it. But the only thing is it's a more natural perfume, so it doesn't last that long. So it kind of is starting to smell a little bit more like alcohol now because I've had it for like 2 years. Okay. But the initial like smell of it was, oh my God, it was unreal. And anytime I wore it, people were like, what are you wearing?
I need to smell it after.
It's called Santa Lume, and it's from this, I forget the brand name. I think they're based out of California, but they have some in New York.
I want everyone to recommend perfumes in the comments because I really want a new perfume. I don't.
Hold on, wait. You clicked record, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like.
Do you like sweet smells?
I like Santal 33 type of perfume where it's like there's like a musky is that the right word? Like a sandalwood kind of undertone, but like that's when I'm in the mood for it. Like for the most part, I like perfumes that are not too overpowering and strong, but there's like a little bit of like a vanilla mixed with floral.
Okay, you like floral.
You know, but like also vanilla. Like I like that sweet florally, but not too sweet where it's like, whoa.
Like you feel like you're a sweet treat.
Yeah. I like it when it's like subtle and it's elegant.
A lot of people recommend the Glossier perfume. I personally don't like it. I don't know. I don't know why. Anytime I've tried it on.
I don't think I've smelled that perfume.
They had sent me another sample. Usually I give it to my friend's daughter who's 12 because she's obsessed with it. So I just give it to her. But I've smelled it on other people and I think it just doesn't mix well with my pH. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that I just do not like the smell of, especially when I smell it out of a bottle. But other times people will be like around me and I'm like, oh, you smell nice. And they're like, oh, I'm wearing Glossier. And I'm like, the hell, it does not smell like that in the bottle. So I think it like mixes with your skin and your pheromones and stuff. I love like a musky, like I love manly scents. Like I just do. Sometimes I like ones that have like a cedar undertone, like almost Christmassy, but not like woodsy, I would say. And a little bit of something sweet.
Yeah.
But not, I don't really love like a vanilla scent. Like I don't like vanilla perfume.
No, me neither. You don't want to smell like cotton candy kind of thing.
But there is this one perfume I have, which I loved, which was kind of very like cotton candy in a weird way. It was from Byredo. Bless you.
Thank you.
And that was, I forget what it was called, but it was the sweetest perfume I've ever had. But I don't know, I really, really liked it. But yeah, you can come smell my perfume.
And like, I find it very overwhelming because there's so many different perfumes. Perfumes are different on everyone. So it's kind of hard to like recommend perfumes. Like I've literally purchased perfumes that people have talked about on social media, like raved about. I've purchased those perfumes and then like I really don't like it.
Yeah, I don't recommend blind purchasing a perfume. Like I really
You should
think
always
you should
buy
go
samples first.
Yeah, or go in and smell it if you can, if their option is available in person.
If not, just get the samples online.
Yeah, because there's times, like I said, where like I've smelled something on someone and I'm like, that smells so good, and then on me smells awful.
Yeah. It's like, and the thing with perfumes too is that like people aren't necessarily lying about what smells good.
No.
It's genuine. That's what I think about skincare as well.
Yeah.
Like you can't really follow like trendy skincare products because everyone's skin is so different. Mm-hmm. Like everything is what you hate. Someone else, it could like completely change their skin for the better.
Makeup and hair products too.
Yeah.
Like honestly, anything like that. I mean, I think there is something to be said if you're following someone who has similar issues to you. Like if someone talks about constantly how they have acne and like you suffer with acne, and then they're talking about this product that's like super good for acne specifically, it's like, okay, you can listen, to that. But again, you don't know what kind of acne they have. Is it hormonal? Is it not hormonal? There's so many different things. But that's why I think anything online should be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I saw a video recently of this dermatologist on TikTok, and she was basically like, she was like our age or maybe like a little bit older, like young. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I've always heard my colleagues saying like, you'll know when a Gen Zer comes in to see you. Like they always talk about Gen Zs and how it feels like they're just like living in the internet, even in like person.
Okay.
And she's like, and today I experienced it for the first time. She's like, this girl, like a Gen Z or teenager or like early 20s, came in to get her skin checked, and she has acne and she wants to get it like fixed and whatever, and she wants like skincare products and stuff. And so she's like, I assessed her skin and everything, and like I told her that it's it's probably like because of hormones and whatever. And then she goes and this girl's response was, it's giving hormonal. And like did like the peace sign with her tongue out, like and I was pissing my pants. And
it's
she's
giving hormonal.
and
I was thinking the whole
this
time
dermatologist wasn't saying like it's a bad thing. Like
yeah,
she was like laughing. She's like, it's so funny because
it's
you
cute.
can tell instantly
how old she is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
and
giving
like,
hormonal.
Yeah. She's like a Gen Z, or like you'll tell the Gen Z or sometimes things that are like not serious but like kind of, and they kind of like
make a joke out of it.
They like mock themselves.
I know, it's so
like
funny.
It's giving hormones.
Honestly, I think we're now finally at the age that our parents were when they would mock us millennials, like as boomers or Gen X, whatever that age is. Because I would, I remember mom and dad or even our aunts and uncles being like, oh, nice jeans. Did you get into a fight with a tiger? Because we'd have rips in the jeans. Or the fact that we would say like all the time, or cool.
Or we would say phrases like, it's chill.
Yeah, or like, that's so demented. Or like, we would say the R word all the time, which was like.
There was another phrase that we would use all the time. I forget what it was. But anyways, I remember like.
What was that?
Mom, dad, mama, papa. Hi, monkey.
They used to make fun of us for so many different things.
And I remember thinking like, oh, they're so old. Like they just don't get it. Like they just don't get it. Like they're just bitter about something. I don't know. And then now I like hear Gen Zers like talk in a certain way, or like things they wear, or just the way they behave. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the next generation.
Yeah.
That's like, what the heck is going on?
But also I think that's just normal. Like it happens every generation. You like look down at the next being like, you're so immature. Yeah. But it's like, well, yeah, no shit. They're a younger generation.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure they're going to look at Gen Alpha and be like, what the hell? And there's this whole thing online where Gen Z just like makes fun of millennials all the time. And millennials are like, dude, we have it. Like we were the best. We started the internet, whatever. You just want to be up with us. You're obsessed with us. But it's like, we made fun of boomers growing up. Yeah. Like it's very normal for the younger generation to just make fun of the older generation. It's not new. So I don't know I think just maybe millennials don't realize it, that we're like now older and like we're the ones that they're going to be making fun of.
No, I think we realize it, but now we're seeing it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And we're also like, because like we're older now, but like, I don't know, because the stuff I see online of like millennials talking about how Gen Zers make fun of us, and like there's all these videos that's like asking Gen Zers like, how do you know someone's a millennial even if you don't talk to them, and they're like, oh, if they have a side part, or if they are wearing if they're like, you know, actually like putting in effort into how they look, or like
I'm dead.
all these things. And then like you'll see a millennial not repost the video. What's it called? Make a reaction to the video.
Yeah,
it's
like
on
stitch
TikTok.
it.
Yeah. And they will be like, they don't understand. This was like the coolest thing ever.
I
Like,
know.
they are missing out. And like, you'll see millennials go online, like girls especially, and it's like they dress up like how they used to dress when we'd go out to the clubs, with our like sparkly 6-inch platformed heels, with our feet that we could barely walk,
Minus
our
40
super
degrees.
tight pencil dresses,
Dead.
the color, and with the big chunky belt that we would put here,
The digital camera,
our extensions like falling out, the fake eyelashes that was so bad, our like makeup that never matched our neck, with
I'm
like
sure
the
they don't
sparkly,
do that.
No, but it's like there was like an era, every millennial girl has gone through an era where like
the pale lipstick,
like
with
you're
the
putting
tan skin.
concealer practically on your
literally
fucking lips.
like white lips,
and then like you had the poof, the snooky poof,
or
like the side bangs, and then like
you would like straighten the bangs like this.
Yeah, or like we would be going out in the dead of winter in our fucking heels and jacket with like a super short dress on,
waiting outside the club.
Yeah.
No winter jacket.
Yeah.
Fake ID.
With our huge heels on.
Sparkly.
Like you would never see a Gen Zer do that. They go out in baggy jeans,
sneakers,
shoes, like sneakers, barely wearing any makeup.
The amount of times, so there's this one lifeguard that I love her. I don't know if you're listening, but I love you so much. But the amount of times she's shown up here to like teach a lesson or whatever for swimming, and she has like 2 different shoes on, or different, like nothing's matching, and she's like, oh yeah, whatever, I just grabbed it. And I'm like, like as a millennial, it's like we would never do that.
No,
but they just don't give a shit. And even with their posts, like there's this trend right now on TikTok that's like the best social media captions are like Gen Z frat boy captions.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like a photo dump, and it's like the most simple, like don't give a fuck caption ever, and it's like so chill and funny.
Yeah.
And like it makes sense. And it's like, oh my God, yeah. Actually would love to know what it's like to be a frat boy right now.
Yeah.
In this like era.
Also, I would love to know what it would be like as a teenage girl / in my early 20s to have like that be the trending style, like fashion, you know, like sneakers, baggy jeans.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
would
know
I
if that's
like it? Would I even like it?
I mean, yeah, because I liked anything that was trendy when I was that age. Because now I look back to see what I used, because again, first of all, low-rise jeans in quotations are back in style now, but they're actually not low-rise. They're like mid-rise for us millennials. And like my friend Kelsey, she just texted our group chat because she was like, guys, I just bought a pair of quote-unquote low-rise jeans from the store, and like the Gen Zers were like, oh my God, we're so obsessed with low-rise jeans. And she's like, these are not low-rise, these are mid-rise. Low-rise is like Britney Spears low-rise. And I said,
I have a pair of jeans that are so low-rise, I feel like my vagina bone is like out.
You used millennial low-rise was so low that you could shave your pubes when you're wearing your jeans.
Yeah.
Like that's how low it was. Like your literal, like
it would like cover your clit.
Like literally, that's it. The top of your vagina crack is covered, and then everything else is exposed. Like that's how low it was. It was like, oh, butt crack out.
Yeah.
Thong, G-string pulled up. Like that was low rise.
You sit down, your entire G-string is coming out, and you would have to like choose a specific what G-string am I wearing, because I know that people are going to see it and it needs to match the outfit.
So in the summer when we had this Y2K party, I wore like a low rise skirt, and initially I had my G-string pulled up over my hips, and Dan's like, you cannot wear that. I'm like, this is literally how we would dress back in the day. Or like, not really me, because when that was super trendy, I was like, I wasn't wearing G-strings when I was like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
Because early 2000s, like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, that's what they would do.
Yeah.
And the older girls would do that, but I was like not there yet. And by the time I got to that age, it was not in style anymore. But anyway, I wanted to wear it because I was like, oh my God, it's like what all the older cool girls wore with their juicy couture, like whatever. Dan's like, you're not wearing that. I'm like, you cannot tell me what to wear. Like, fuck you. And he was like, Alex, we didn't just invite like older people here. There's like some younger, because the lifeguards were invited and they're younger. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's true. I don't want to be like inappropriate around like, even though they're all adults, like they're all over the age of 18. It was very weird. So
it's
I was like,
still
okay.
like inappropriate.
Yeah. It was like just the G-string, because I could still wear like the low rise skirt, and like I had
I need to blow my nose, by the way, so
Okay.
we should wrap up and then start the next one.
I
I feel it leaking.
I'm dead. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was an update episode. You didn't even get into your update. you're going on a trip.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in the next episode.
Okay, we'll leave it for that. But I would love to know your thoughts about cruises. If you've ever been on one, what's an average cost? Where would you recommend? We love you guys, and we'll talk to you in the next one.
Bye.